Here we go. So, good afternoon, everybody. Lisa,
Hello.
group leader. Very nice to have you here. Um, we're going to talk about today that we are literally only now 4 days away from the biggest UW event in the whole of the year. All right, this is the big one. Why is it the big one? Because Amplify and a kickoff are basically run by the network, but this is run by the company. It has a totally different stance to it. I think they spend I think they spend probably about £1 million on this because it's all very professional. Anybody ever noticed how professional it is? We're talking proper PA systems, everything. It's like it's just it goes up about 10 gears. No disrespects to any of us that ran a kickoff, and we did one in Bournemouth. I know Ros, you came, Steve and Val came. I think Karen, Rob, and I did a pretty good job,
Yeah.
but nothing in comparison to what
Right, I'm in.
what the company does. Okay, so could you mute yourself, Sean? So anyway, why Why would it be a bit detrimental not to be there? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because there are going to be some things you are truly going to miss. I don't just mean you're going to miss them because you're not there. It's that the company is only allowing you to have certain things unless you're there. Now, they did it at Ignite, and there was a lot of, oh, I can't tell you how many grumbles I got from team on the QT. And it's quite interesting. It was like, oh well, they should have told us. Excuse me. We kept talking about get yourself there. And what they did at Ignite was actually small fry. Um, you could only get, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a chocoholic like me and you happen to like proper chocolate, then Hotel Chocolat is up there. To me, it's nearly as good as Godiva, and I like Godiva. I'm sorry, but Thornton's is not real chocolate, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's horrible, but this was the real thing. So what did they do? They said, right, if you get yourself an Ignite ticket, you're able to be in the running. And there were three advent calendars for children, an advent calendar for adults, and then the incredible Christmas grand wreath. Now, I must admit, it was my fourth year running because I'm an SGL and I'd been doing stuff. I was almost chocolated out. But it's one of those wonderful things. And in fact, some of you may have known that I decided it was so wonderful that I kind of offered it up as an incentive, didn't I? I gave mine away. Yeah. Uh, and it was wonderful. Could I just ask people to please mute themselves if they're going to talk in the background? If not, I'm going to have to mute you because otherwise the rest of us, the rest don't want to hear what the conversation's in the background. Thank you. So this time it's serious. It's really serious. If you don't attend Power Up, you are missing out on three major things. All right, I'm going to get the stuff out of the way first, what you're missing, and I'm going to show you what you're missing. So I'm going to share my screen. Uh, that one. Okay. I think you're looking at the desktop, the dashboard of my partner portal. So let's show you Powerhouse. Okay. What is Powerhouse? It's the ultimate festival. We had one. Um, I've forgotten the year. I think it was 2017. It was called Piggy Fest. It blew me away. I think it blew most people away. I could not believe that a company could lay on so much. And some would say, oh, well, it's only entertainment. No, 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 no. It's not. I'm going to tell you what's there, and then I'll tell you why you need to be there. So, oh, lucky for some, Friday the 13th of June, I have changed the Bournemouth Buzz because of this, because I absolutely know nobody's going to be attending Thursday night, the Bournemouth Buzz. They're all going to be like gearing themselves up. So basically, it says grab the glitter, dust off your most garish Hawaiian shirt, hold on to your bucket hat because we've got some seriously big news. It's summer. We're hosting Powerhouse. It is a festival. And it's not just at any place, it's actually at Nebworth House, where I've been to see. Look, here you are. I actually saw Genesis there. I'm not a Robbie Williams fan. I did like Oasis, but I went and saw Genesis there, and I saw Wings there. I mean, this is like the big place. It's beautiful, and they are doing it there. I don't know how they've managed to get hold of this venue because they must have had to book it a long time ago. So, live music. Well, at Piggy Fest, they had like a pyramid stage, didn't they? And they had all these acts, and they were damn good tribute acts. My favourite was ABBA, followed by Fleetwood Mac. And I did like Elvis Presley. Johnny Cash, yeah, maybe. But it was amazing. Games. It says the fun kind, not the awkward icebreaker kind. Rides. They have a whole fair there, ladies and gentlemen. I took my middle daughter with me, and she and I were like a couple of kids, just loving it. Entertainment. They did the They got Cirque du Soleil there. Food, all the food. You're talking amazing, gorgeous street food. And then, yes, drink. Oh my God, the drink. And then they do little things like, does everybody remember? Do you remember the clever, as we went through the gates, they gave us these like little chairs so that we didn't, if it had been wet, it didn't matter. And it was gorgeous. So we all had these little chairs, and oh, I don't know, it was just incredible. And they had this, I call it a piggy effigy. Is that the right word? It was enormous. It was huge. It was made of wood, and it was a pig. I think it was probably about the size of a house, if I remember right. And at the end of the night, it was fireworks like you can't imagine. And then they lit this pig up, and it was like, whoa. And they laid on coaches for people to get back to their hotels. I mean, they just do it in style. So, look, guys, you can do the score, but if you don't buy your power up ticket, you can't go. So, you can actually do this. And do you know what? If you want to, there is a couple of people, I don't know if you're aware, but people have done the criteria in a day. Because what they've done is they've lined up appointments. One lady lined up 4 supporting appointments. And because they came off, they did it in a day. Each of them, the supporter and the... Because it's 15 points. And 15 points is going to get 2 of you tickets to this. You do need to get a new recruit that has their own, what we call pure customer. Okay. Now, I've done the recruiting bit. I'm still just a couple of points short, but it doesn't matter because actually they're giving us, I don't know if you're aware, they're giving us to the end of April for this. So we've got actually to the 30th. Okay. But you've got to be at Power Up. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you can't be part of it. And that makes me really sad because here's the bits that matter. And I'm gonna just sort of stop the share so I can see some of you. Hang on, where are you? I've lost everybody. Come back. Oh, there we go. Why would I be sad? Because it's not just all the fun that you're going to have. I really believe it is at events, and I even mean at Power Up. I mean, Piggy Fest, I made a couple of friends for life that I wouldn't have done. And it's the friendships and it's the things you talk about. And all of a sudden, you realize you're part of something so much more than ever you could have been. I, when we first joined, I think I shared this with somebody. My late husband and I joined on the 6th of November 2002. And in those days, the big annual conference, which was called Express Day, actually happened in the September. It used to be and there was no kickoffs. There was nothing else. It was that. And because of when we joined, I think it's part of the reason that if I'm really honest, maybe why I only did one customer a month, because I didn't really grasp what I was part of. When we turned up at the first Power Up, which was then Express Day, it was at the Hilton Hotel in Birmingham, and they did this clever thing where it was set in two rooms. So there was like 1,000 in one room and 1,000 in the other that were together, but then they had in the wall, they had this revolving stage. So it was so clever. The people that spoke on the stage in one room, we all saw them. There they were. But then they had a great big screen or two screens on the other side. So the people that didn't see them saw them on the big screens. And then they rotated them. And I can remember that morning coming down to breakfast with my late husband. And I nudged him and I remember saying, "Oh my God, have you noticed something? They're a bit serious. Oh my God, the guys have got piggy ties on and they got badges. Oh my God, they're all dressed up." And I remember thinking, oh, I didn't realize it was quite this big. And all of a sudden, it dawned on me that we had joined a proper business, a proper bona fide company. And it was like, wow, all these well, it was hundreds, but it was a couple of thousand people. But now it's not. Now Saturday's 5,000, and they've actually almost truly sold out. And listen, guys, I promise you, not making this up. This last couple of days, what goes on is just horrid to see. All of a sudden, people get into panic. Oh, I need a ticket. Oh my God, they're sold out. And it goes like it's like a race course, and there's all these people, like, oh yeah, yeah, I'll see if I can get your ticket. I'll get you a lift up, and it goes nuts. And it's like, why did you put yourself to this? I don't know. It's just crazy. And you just kind of like, yes, of course it's a long journey. Hey, look, guys, we have about 4.5 hours from where we are, because where we live, there is no actual motorway in Dorset. Is anybody aware of that? It's all A roads. But do you know what? It doesn't matter. It's part of the fun. It's the excitement. It's like I'm often ringing everybody as I'm on the way because it's just so exciting. And whatever happens, I'm doing it now. I'm sorting out lifts for people. So there's no excuses. Now, look, if you know someone, not even if it's not in your team, if you know somebody that hasn't booked, say this to them. If they were handing out £1,000 in crisp £50 notes at the door at Telford International Centre, I tell you what, I don't believe. I think all of a sudden they'd rearrange a few things, don't you? Oh my God, they would. They rearrange stuff because the reality, it's all about goals. It's all about what you're trying to achieve. And most people join this, let's be honest. Do we join for the holidays? No. When I first joined, it was money. Anybody else? Did you join for money? You joined to make a difference. It could be that you want to get the mortgage sorted. Could be you haven't got a mortgage and you'd like the ability to buy a house. And work in this business is going to do that. I promise you, if you turn up at Power Up, you are going to be 6 months ahead of everybody else. That's a fact, because you're just going to miss so much. What else are you missing? Oh, sorry, guys. This is painful. So if you're on course or you're getting on course for one of these holiday breaks, be it the big ones or the smaller ones, um, they're going to at random probably do it in a big tombola thing. They're going to be pulling out the hat 50 names through the day, 50 names. And those people, if they're on track, this is for the new holidays, okay? They're not going to just get 8 days. They're going to get 16. If they're not seven, they're going to get 14. If it's four, you're going to get eight. Oh my God. I mean, these holidays are already worth 20 grand a piece, but you've got to be there. Why would you choose to miss out on this? Because you do the work once, you help somebody genuinely reduce their bills, then you start earning these points and you earn these achiever points. Right. What do? So, first of all, when they're homeowners, these achiever points get you points towards holidays. All right. This one that I've just got recently, Naples, is my 34th holiday. 34 free holidays. Ladies and gentlemen, that's ridiculous by anyone's story. Yeah. Those points go towards, those customers go towards your Mini, getting a brand new Mini. Or if you're a bit long further down the line, a Tesla or an e-bike. They go towards free energy. They go towards getting you closer to the next promotional bonus. I mean, it's just nuts. Did you know that there are 13 ways we are remunerated for the work we do once? I'm sorry, but what did the police give me? Zero. I got spat at, kicked at, and I was on standby for the Blackwater and Toxteth riots. That's what I got in the police. When I joined Liverpool Victoria, what did I get? Oh, I got this plastic carriage clock when I left. Big deal. I used to get a 1% merit rise. Oh, come on, guys. Do you really need a rocket up your derrieres to realise that this is something amazing? Those are the things you're going to miss, but you're going to miss so much more. Because when they bring out those first announcements, anybody sat there, do you know what? All of a sudden, you just kind of like your brain goes into overdrive and you think, oh my God, yes, I'm glad I'm here. You actually think it. I think it every time because I do have my moments when all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh, it's another weekend. Actually, no. Do you know what? I heard Claire Hingot say this the other night. Do you know what? Actually, it's a weekend to switch off from that horrible world out there. Now, there is a lady that's on here. She's not showing her face. I think she's busy, but she knows I've had a crap Easter. I actually have been supporting every day. Every day I supported people. That wasn't the crap bit. The crap bit was I have got stuff going on, not just with my mother, but now we had Juan's mother. On Monday, we were ships that passed in the night. He did a 6-hour round trip because his mother has had a bloody DNR slapped on her by the hospital. For what reason, I don't know. And worried sick because she's got dementia. My mother's got dementia. I spent 2 days cleaning her place because she just can't remember anything. Do you know what? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. When I get in that car on Friday afternoon, it'll be bliss. Take me away. Take me to another world. Transport me where I'm with nothing but positive people. And I can see some nodding because you know, don't you? And all of a sudden, all the worries, all the things that are going on in your life, you're able to just focus. And it's worth everything. I will underwrite, although actually Justin Bazzino says now he'll underwrite anybody's ticket if you're not happy. If you've been for a day or whatever, and you say at the end of it, well, that was a load of baloney, he's promised he'll underwrite it and he'll give you your money back. Well, I say it. I've always said it. Nobody has yet ever said to me after a day there, oh, I wished I hadn't gone. I've never had anybody say that, even the most sheepish people. Now, look, some of you might hate the idea of loads of people. Okay, I get that. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But this is different because if you wish to, you can kind of put yourself on the edges away from it at the back. And in fact, last year we chose, and my husband and I chose to sit at the back. And actually, it was quite fun because you go up on the raised tiers and you get this different perspective of this huge audience. And actually, it was really quite fun. I liked it rather than just maybe being at the front. It's just wonderful. It's the chance. I mean, for me, it's like I'm going to meet up with the team in Scotland. Rod, love you, darling. See Mike, yes. Lindsay from Basingstoke, Stephen Val, Somerset. It's wonderful. Roz from right over Chichester Way. Yeah. I'm going to meet people from Barnsley. I've got a team in London, Kent, the West Country. It's like, wow. And I hate to say this, but I know we're doing this on Zoom, but do you know what? Am I the only one that gets, like I could kill myself, all these Zoom appointments? They do my head in. They're not the real deal. I think we've all forgotten how amazing it is to be together. I believe human beings are sociable creatures. And do you know what? I say this in an appointment. People feel, I'm going to say it, people feel my love and my kindness for what I feel, for what I'm doing, and I care about them. And that's the same thing that goes on when we turn up at an event. It is just so different to being sat here like this. I mean, this is a bit kind of clinical, isn't it, really? You know, I want to jump through my screen and give you all a hug. It's just different. Right, I'm going to hold it there. There's a few minutes left. Those of you that have been before, would you like, I might have missed something out. What, you know, because they're going to make the announcements. They're going to be telling us, oh my God, there's going to be stuff coming out that is going to blow your brains out. I know one thing I'm not allowed to say. I'm not Rob News, never have been, never will. So sorry, nothing. You can bribe me all you wish, but I'm not saying. But I will say this, you will seriously regret if you're not there. I think it's just say to yourself, I'm going to put the other stuff aside. Oh my God, this is one time. Forgive me. This is one time you do a sickie. You do a damn sickie. If you need to. I know Rod's looking and like, oh my God, did she just say that? Anyone, jump in. Come on. What have I missed out? No, I'm going to.
Nothing really.
For me, it's absolutely. There are no words to say it, Lisa. But my biggest disappointment every time I go is exactly the same. I look around and I say, it is such a shame that they are not here because there's no way on God's earth can I possibly explain what this feels like.
Yeah.
You've just reminded me
Everybody's going to
something
be
of
talking
Mike.
about it on Monday.
Sure,
You
Mike.
know what? You're right. There are times when I sit there and it's like a message comes from a speaker or somebody, and it's like, oh, if only that person was there. That
Yeah.
thing needed to hear. And look, you're all nodding, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
and I'm full of this kind of angst and regret. I can't believe they haven't just heard this. And I want to share some of the other things just quickly because I've got them all written down. Just let me find it. Is it there? Right. That was the right. I'm going to go to events. I think you can all see what I'm up to. Right. I'm just going to show you, got to move you out of the way. Right. So events. So this is where you book your ticket. I think there's very few left for Saturday now. Very few. But I actually think if you've never been before, go Sunday. I'll tell you why. They're going to give you a compact version in the morning of what's gone on Saturday, and you get your lunch. And then in the afternoon, it's stunning. They're laying on real training. If you've never had real training with UW, this is so much better than Zoom. Right, I've got it in order. I've sat here and written it. So 13:30, it's main stage announcements unpacked. That's the first one. Then 14, 15, it's all about the Free Energy Club. 14, 50, you'll realise these are about 30 minutes, 25. How to get more multi-service customers of the quality kind, the ones that stick, that you'll get paid forever. 15, 20, an incredible team building masterclass by the best, the people that are absolutely stunning at this. Okay. And 15, 55, there's a getting restarted. Right. I'm going to be Joe Blunt now, as if Lisa never is. I'm going to be Joe Blunt. If you've not signed up a customer or a partner or supported in 4 weeks, you need to be at that getting restarted. Okay. You really do. Because you only get good and consistent if you are doing stuff at least once a week.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I can ease. Right. So everyone should. I mean, I'm actually going to the mall. I'm going to the lot. Why? Why? Because why wouldn't you? Because I'm still an old dog that can learn some new tricks. And also, I
I've
want
got a
to hear
question.
what others are getting. Yeah, go on, Fran.
How do you get your Wes and Critch sessions for the Saturday? Because I've hunted and hunted to book them and I can't book them. It won't let me. They're not there.
It's probably
I know
because
you've booked yours, Andrew, haven't you?
I
I
tell you
can't.
what,
I can't find them.
I have actually got a link and I'll send it out through the Teams. I think they've taken it off the partner portal because I think it's
Yeah, it's
getting.
gone.
All right, I'll send it out through the Teams. I know where you are, Fran. I know which one you're in.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Corenza's.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So don't
I
worry.
love it.
We'll get
Thanks.
that. So do you think I've covered this? Do you think I've sort of have I given you reasons why you just honestly need to be there? Do you know what? I'm going to share some stuff now. There was a couple, they're in my team, bless them. They actually they actually moved their wedding date. I mean, you don't get anything more serious. I've had people change their holidays. I mean, honestly, I mean, that's going a bit OTT, but I will swear, everyone knows this that's been in the right. So my mum and dad, this is a few years back, bless, it was their Ruby wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And my mum, and it's on their 30th of August. What do they go and do? They only go and choose the annual conference date. And I remember thinking, oh no. I remember saying to me mum, oh mum, that's so sad. I won't be able to come. She went, don't be ridiculous, Lisa. Of course you'll come in. It's our Ruby wedding. We've booked the mansion house. I said, mum, I don't care if you book Buckingham Palace. If you're willing to pay our bills so that the money keeps coming in and we don't have to worry as a family, I'll come to your Ruby wedding anniversary. But until that day, I'm afraid this is more important. It's my livelihood. Now, some would say, how wicked of you, Lisa. But you know what? Mum and Dad changed their Ruby wedding. All right. Because was I correct or not?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was. Because nobody else is going to sort your lives out.
No.
Yeah. If it is to be, it's up to me. And that's the fact. And if things aren't right the way they are at the moment, then heaven knows it's only you that can do it with support from someone else. And this is one of those major things that you just got to be at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I think I've extolled the virtues or probably ranted a bit too much, but I think I've emphasized, I mean,
It's
people,
ridiculously cheap, though, isn't it? I mean,
oh,
I worked for another company, and we were paying like 70 or 80 quid for the training and stuff. That was
yeah.
I won't mention.
Andrew, do you know what? I've even forgotten to mention that because I'm always bowled over. How do they manage to produce a choice of 4 things and they produce this food for 5,000 people and it still comes out hot and lovely?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
always like, wow, that's pretty impressive. And then we get
yeah.
bottles of water all day and there's coffees and I mean, it's just nuts, isn't it?
Incredible,
Not even
Lisa.
talked about the
Yeah, yeah,
shows, all the stuff that goes on, all the other
yeah.
things. And the recognition.
It's nice to be able to recognise some other people in your team as well, and when they go up on the stage, to see how hard they've worked and to recognise that
Yeah.
they've done really well as well.
Do you know what?
Encourage each other.
I purposefully wear flat shoes because I
Yeah.
know I've got a seat, but I'm mostly going to be I'm mostly going to be at the front taking photographs of the people that have done well, because the funny thing is it's not about me anymore. It's all about, oh my God, it's so incredible when there's somebody that you've brought in and they start to achieve and you see them getting recognized. It's almost like your little baby learning to walk. It's just like, wow. So, guys, hopefully this might help. I'm hoping that there'll be people that will watch this, that should be watching it on the record. And I hope that this was worth doing, because the funny thing is, Tamsin Ford and Caroline Taylor and Claire Hingott did sort of a similar thing. And I was just gobsmacked at how few people were on it. I went on each of them and there was only 39 one evening. And I thought, what's the matter with you? I mean, I was busy, but I had it balanced on my cold toaster, by the way. The toaster wasn't on. I balanced the phone on the toaster and I was making the dinner, but I was watching, like, why wouldn't you? Because all the time, I actually think we sometimes need that bit of injection, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
I mean, out there, life is, am I allowed to say it? It's shite, isn't it? A lot of what's going on outside. It really is. Right, guys, do you realise how exciting it is? It's like Christmas coming, isn't it? Why we meet. Oh, it'll be up to power up. So I'll be doing the kind of like how to make the new announcements work, how to make things happen and that, because it will be the Tuesday afterwards. All right.
Yes. Right.
And I've just, by the way, while we've been doing this, I've just had a message from Eileen saying about we're going to have a sneak preview of one of the thingies. Ah, could be the holidays. I'm mad. I'm mad. Forgive me, guys. Love you all. This will be recorded and see you at Power Up.
Yeah. Bye, Lisa.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.